about the 4 P's of outdoor gardening. We presented them in the PowerPoint, but now we're going to show you how to do it in your garden. So, if you don't remember, I'm Vishal Paredi, and I'm doing the first P, plant. So I have my plant right here. So, for the plant, the first thing we're going to be talking about is seeds. So the first time we did gardening at this house, we had to buy our seeds. But year after year, we just harvested seeds from the plants, the right mature seeds. And so these are last year's seeds. So we are going to take these seeds and we're going to put them in these pots. As you can see, we put the seeds in these pots, we put soil, and now they've grown into seedlings. And we did the same thing over here. So as you can see, we had to use soil to plant these things. And we used seed starting mix. So whenever you're doing outdoor gardening, you always need to stay safe. So always remember to wear some closed-toed shoes. And as you can see, I'm wearing these really thick gloves, or you can go for these elastic gloves. We have a weed remover for taking out any weeds before we start doing the potting and any that pop up. We have 2 types of shovels for various uses. And we also have this thing that makes trenches in the soil so that you can put your seeds aligned in a row. And also, remember to always have a watering can to make sure the soil stays nice and wet when you're working with it.
As you have seen in the previous video, we have showed you on how to make a DIY garden bed, and this is a 10-10-10 soil which consists of peat moss, topsoil, and cow manure. And this is the second P, prepare, out of all the 4 P's. And we are prepared to make our outdoor garden. Right now I'm going to talk about the third P, which for outdoor gardening, which is plant. And firstly, I'm going to talk about starting with the seed. I'm just going to first get a cup and then poke a hole in it. And then I'm going to fill around 3/4 of it with soil. And I used some seed starting mix. So now I'm going to sow the seed in. Right there in the middle. And then I'm going to cover it up with a thin layer of soil. And then I'm going to gently water it. We've learned about how to sow the seed into the pot, and now I'm going to show you how to transplant. Right now, this one is a homegrown plant, and this one's a store-bought plant, and these are ready to be transplanted. And so I'm going to just directly put this one into the soil because the paper cup decomposes quickly. I'm just going to firm the soil around the plant, and then water it a bit. So as you can see here, we have some weeds, and weeds can suck up your water and have negative effects on your plant, so make sure to remove them. So over here is winter grass, and you don't want to just tug at your weed, you want to get it down at the roots and then get it out. And as you can see here, there's some roots. So instead of using artificial fertilizer you would find at the store, you can make your own natural fertilizer, compost. You water your plant based on the size of the plant and the season. Right now it's spring, and there are these smaller plants, so you would water them with a flower pot. For bigger and heavier plants, you would water them with a hose. This is
So as you can see, we have identified a plant that is being currently plagued by diseases. So we have identified aphids, we have identified mealybugs, which are all these white specks. We have identified ants and other hopping insects that are currently plaguing this plant. As you can see, it's currently dying. So to treat this, we are bringing out neem oil, which we have diluted with 3:1, so 3 parts water, 1 part neem oil. And now Keshav is going to treat the plant.
So this is a mixture of 75% water and 25% neem oil. Make sure to get it on all the disease.
Now, moving on to the fourth P, which is produce. Now let's enjoy this fresh cabbage. Cabbage is a winter crop, and see this little cabbage. If you have to wait for 2 to 3 months for it to grow big. And cabbage is rich in vitamin K, vitamin A, and folate.
Okay, so here we have a forest of kales. You can see we have a lot of them. We have a carrot plant. We have a forest of coriander. Over here we have a single plant of coriander. We have 3 or 4 plants of shards. And now we have another shard over there. And now, as you can see, this is the elegant Swiss chard, renowned for its red color. So I'm going to show you how to properly harvest it. So basically, to harvest this plant, you want to wait until it has started acquiring a new growth of leaves coming out of the middle. The older leaves that are still sticking off the ground, once they become big enough around this size, you harvest them. So you clip it as close to the leaf as you can. So right here, so you can see a nice red leaf. So I'm just going to clip all of these. Also, if you see any leaves near the ground, you might want to clip those too, just so that the plant doesn't have to worry about them anymore.
This is our broccoli plant, and here are some flowers. And this is the produce. You can use it. This is very rich in fibers and also vitamin C. And you can use this in both salads and just steam it. And as you can see here, we have a couple of plants. And I think the carrot here is ready to harvest. Carrots are rich in vitamin A, K1, and B6. And carrots are winter to spring crops.